Title: How to Write a CRNA Personal Statement, Framework plus Examples 2026. Description: Your personal statement might be the most important document in your CRNA application. In this video, I break down the exact framework that successful applicants use to craft memorable essays that get them interviews. 1 o'clock timestamps. Midnight: Why your personal statement matters, more than you think. 1:30, the 6-part framework that works. 3:45, writing the perfect hook. 5:30, your journey, how to tell your story. 7:15, the section most applicants fail. 9 o'clock, 5 mistakes that kill your application. 11:15, step-by-step writing process. Books, free resources. Link, track your application. Link, compare 155 plus CRNA programs. Writing hand, what admissions committees say. Show me you're self-aware. Specific clinical examples are key. Research our program before writing. Hashtag CRNA, hashtag personal statement, hashtag CRNA school, hashtag nurse anesthetist, hashtag CRNA application, hashtag nursing essay, hashtag application tips. Tags: CRNA personal statement, how to write CRNA essay, nurse anesthesia personal statement, CRNA application essay, CRNA school essay tips, personal statement examples, CRNA admissions essay. Hook: first 15 seconds. CRNA programs receive 300 to 500 applications for maybe 30 spots. Most applicants have similar GPAs, similar ICU experience, similar certifications. So how do admissions committees decide who to interview? Your personal statement. Today I'm going to show you the exact framework that successful applicants use to write personal statements that stand out. Stick around to the end because I'll share the 5 mistakes that kill most applications. Text overlay: your story, your advantage. Let's be real. Your GPA and ICU experience get your foot in the door. But they're just checkboxes. Most applicants fall within a predictable range: GPA between 3.3 and 3.8, 2 to 4 years of ICU experience, CCRN certified. Your personal statement is where you become memorable. It's where you transform from applicant number 247 into a real person with a compelling story. A great personal statement demonstrates passion for anesthesia specifically, not just nursing. It shows self-awareness and maturity. It highlights unique experiences that shaped you. It proves you actually understand what CRNAs do. And it communicates clearly and professionally. Text overlay: from application to real person. Here's the framework I recommend, based on analyzing hundreds of successful applications. Part 1, the hook. Part 2, your journey to ICU. Part 3, why anesthesia specifically. Part 4, why this program. Part 5, your future vision. Part 6, strong close. Let me break down each one. Text overlay: Part 1, the hook. Your opening paragraph needs to grab attention immediately. Admissions committees are reading hundreds of essays. You have about 10 seconds to make them want to keep reading. Here's what not to write. I have always been fascinated by the field of anesthesia and I believe becoming a CRNA is my calling. That's generic. It says nothing. Everyone writes versions of that. Here's what works. The first time I watched a patient's eyes flutter closed under propofol, I understood why my preceptor called anesthesia controlled flying. In that moment, monitoring the delicate balance between consciousness and sedation, I knew I had found my path. Text overlay: show both examples side by side. See the difference? The second one drops you into a specific moment. It uses sensory detail. It shows insight rather than just stating it. Start with a specific experience: a moment in the OR during shadowing, a challenging ICU case, a conversation with a CRNA that changed your perspective. Text overlay: parts 2 to 3, your journey plus why anesthesia. The middle section is your story. But here's the trap: don't just list your resume. Your application already includes your CV. The personal statement should tell the story behind those accomplishments. Use the STAR method for clinical examples. Situation, task, action, result. Instead of "I have 3 years of ICU experience managing ventilators and drips," try this. During my second year in the cardiac ICU, I cared for a 52-year-old post-cab patient who suddenly became hypotensive. While preparing for rapid fluid resuscitation, I noticed his central venous pressure was paradoxically elevated, a red flag that this wasn't simple hypovolemia. I called the surgeon, who confirmed a tension pneumothorax from a misplaced chest tube. That moment crystallized what I love about critical care: the constant vigilance, the rapid problem solving, the direct impact on patient survival. Text overlay: show, don't tell. That tells a story. It shows your clinical judgment. It demonstrates why you're ready for anesthesia. Include 2 to 3 specific clinical stories. Talk about challenges you've overcome. Show growth and learning, not just accomplishments. Text overlay, Part 4, Why this program? This is where 80% of applicants blow it. They write generic statements like "your program has an excellent reputation" or "I'm drawn to your strong clinical training." Every program thinks they have a good reputation. That tells them nothing about why you specifically want their program. Here's what works. Research specific details. What makes this program unique? Their simulation facilities. Their regional anesthesia emphasis. Faculty research interests. Unique clinical rotations. Student support systems. Text overlay: be specific about specific programs. For example, Duke's emphasis on regional anesthesia, combined with Dr. Smith's research on ultrasound-guided techniques, aligns perfectly with my clinical interests developed during my time in the surgical ICU. Your program's partnership with Veterans Affairs hospitals also resonates with my background and commitment to serving veteran populations. See how specific that is? It shows you actually researched the program. You're not just applying everywhere and hoping something sticks. You might need to write slightly different versions of this paragraph for different programs. That's okay. That's expected. The programs that accept you are the ones where you show genuine, informed interest. Text overlay, Parts 5 to 6, Future Vision plus Close. End by looking forward. What type of CRNA do you want to become? Cardiac anesthesia? Rural practice? Teaching the next generation? Keep it genuine. Don't write "I want to save the world" or "I'll revolutionize anesthesia care." Admissions committees can smell inauthenticity instantly. Something like, "My immediate goal is to become a confident, skilled CRNA who can handle any case that comes my way. Long-term, I'm drawn to cardiac anesthesia and eventually hope to mentor new CRNAs the way my own mentors shaped my practice. I see becoming a CRNA not as an endpoint but as the beginning of a career dedicated to clinical excellence and professional growth." Your closing should be memorable. Reference back to your opening if possible. Leave them thinking about you. Text overlay, 5 mistakes that kill applications. Let me share the mistakes I see over and over. Mistake 1, being too generic. Every applicant has ICU experience. What makes your experience unique? If you could swap your name with anyone else's on the essay, it's too generic. Mistake 2, listing your resume. Don't waste precious space restating what's already in your application. Tell stories, not bullet points. Mistake 3, ignoring the word limit. If the program says 500 words and you submit 800, you've already shown you can't follow instructions. That's not a great first impression. Mistake 4, medical jargon overload. You don't need to prove you're a smart ICU nurse, your experience does that. Write clearly and accessibly. Admissions committees aren't testing your vocabulary. Mistake 5, forgetting to proofread. One typo probably won't sink you. But multiple errors suggest carelessness. Have at least 3 people review your statement, including someone outside healthcare who can catch unclear explanations. Text overlay, 14-day writing process. Here's my recommended timeline. Day 1, brainstorm. Write freely about your journey without editing. Get everything on paper. Day 2, outline using the 6-part framework I gave you. Days 3 and 4, write your first full draft. Don't worry about perfection. Day 5, step away completely. Rest your brain. Days 6 and 7, revise ruthlessly. Cut anything that doesn't serve your story. Days 8 through 10, get feedback from mentors, CRNAs, and people outside healthcare. Days 11 through 14, final polish, proofread, format. Do not write your personal statement the week before the deadline. This document is too important to rush. Your personal statement is your chance to become memorable. It's where you transform from statistics on a page into a future colleague they can picture in their program. If this framework helped you, smash the like button, subscribe for more CRNA content, and check the description for links to everything I mentioned. Drop a comment below with your biggest personal statement challenge. I'll try to answer as many as I can. Text overlay, subscribe for more CRNA content. Good luck with your writing. I believe in you. See you in the next one. Word count, 1,580 words. Estimated duration, 10 to 11 minutes.